I slip on the rock that is going into the woods, so my toilet paper gets wet. So I'm like, oh, now I have a wet wipe.
It's time for the Garage Boozing Podcast.
I swear, I don't care what I'm doing or where I am. When I hear that intro, it literally makes me want to. But I mean, can you blame me? Episode 4. We are on episode 4. Can you believe that? At this moment, episode 4 seems like a lot. But if you think about it, when you really analyze it and you realize that we are taking this to the moon, episode 4 seems kind of minuscule. Wow, minuscule. And I think I used that correctly. That's a big word with Chase. That I said correctly. It's wild. But my favorite part about having a podcast is that you can literally sit back, relax, booze in the garage with your friends, have a full-blown conversation, edit it down, and people actually listen to it. Like, you guys are enjoying these conversations, even though they're so far out of left field. Every week is different. You guys are seriously enjoying the talk, and I love it. I literally look forward to the podcast every week. And anyone that ever has suggestions for the podcast, for real, I'm in. You think Einstein created E equals MC squared without ideas from other people? Absolutely not. You need to know math to know E equals MC squared. So he started somewhere. I'm not really sure if that made a valid point, but I hope you get what I'm saying. But anywho, this week's episode is probably the most boozed that I have been in the garage since garage boozing has been a thing. As the episode goes on, you can hear me slurring my words more and more. And the only thing I can say to kind of defend myself is that I seriously could not keep up with this week's guests, a.k.a. the girls, a.k.a. the girls' room, a.k.a. Kayla, Michaela, Lauren, and Paige. But yeah, these girls can drink. So now is the time to sit back, relax, kick your feet up, crack open a cold one, and if you're really feeling fruity, take a shot. Why not? Because this week's episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. This week I have a bunch of my friends that are girls, and I do want to welcome you to
the girls' room!
Oh shit, that was fucking great. I think we all know where I'm going to start this.
Okay.
Do you poop in front of your boyfriend?
What do you mean poop in front of your boyfriend?
Like door open?
Door open. Like, or he's taking a shower and you're pooping.
No, I've never done that.
But do you
But
poop?
I'm not in a relationship, but I've never done that.
Never have, never will. It's weird. I would not want my girlfriend to poop in front of me.
I just prefer to poop in private.
That's a perfect answer. I'm glad she said that. No, for real.
The other single girl. But no, I'm with Kayla. I feel like that's your time to be in private. But I know some people here are different.
I am in a relationship.
How long have you been in a relationship?
We've been almost 2 years.
Are you in love?
We are so madly in love. It's crazy.
Are you going to marry this guy?
I hope so.
If he proposed. Right now. Like, say he walked in the garage in the middle of the podcast and he's like, Lauren, will you marry me? I love you so much. What would you say?
100%. Going off the poop thing, like
back to the poop thing.
We kind of like to do our own thing. So like, if he's on a poop, like, I'll just go to the other bathroom. Like, I won't, like, it's kind of like our.
So you won't brush your teeth while he's pooping.
Oh, no, we'll try to air that out first, and then I'll go in and brush my teeth. I'm not going in the fresh teeth. Like, I'll wait a couple minutes and then I'll go in and do my business.
So you have 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, we have 2 bathrooms.
All right, that's good. So like, it's not an emergency. We're like, hey, I know you're taking a shit, but I gotta brush my teeth.
No.
When's the last time you pooped?
When did I get here?
I love Lauren. Holy shit.
I'm in a relationship and I feel like I'm so open that I poop with the door open, with the door shut, when we're in the same.
Both of you.
I mean, we have 2 bathrooms, so we usually go to separate ones, like, if we want to, but, like, if he's in, I don't know, I feel like I'm just really open, and I just...
Be open, that's the thing, like...
I just poop, I fart, I rip ass in front of it, you know?
But how long, Michaela, how long have you been together for, though?
3 years. But we were best friends before, so...
So when you rip ass in front of him, what's his reaction?
Nothing. That's when you know it's real love, right? He just ignores it.
So are you kidding? So if you happen to fart, he says like no reaction out of him.
You don't get a smile?
I mean, like if it's a bad one, maybe he's
it's
like.
It's a bad one. If it's a bad one.
I mean, most of the time we just ignore it. Like, I mean, it's different now that we moved into an apartment because we both have different. My boyfriend's more private. He'll go and shut the door. I don't care.
And Michaela's like, I'm gonna poop right with the door open.
So Chase, let's ask you for the male perspective.
Oh,
do you,
shit.
Do you poop? Would you poop in front of your girlfriend?
Have you?
With your girlfriend, or have you?
That's that's funny because I'm asking you guys that, and that's
Yeah. Flipped around.
I don't know. Like, if we've been dating for a while, probably, but like, if it's a new relationship, I don't think so. That's all just kind of awkward.
How long do you think it would take you? Like, what's your time period? When do you get
3
comfortable?
days.
Okay. I can respect that.
I mean, but realistically, how long can you go without pooping? in
No,
front of
yeah,
your
honestly,
significant
like-
other?
Yeah.
But
If I'm that comfortable to a point where like I'm dating the girl and like I'm pooping, she walks in like, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm all for pooping with your boyfriend, like where you live. Like that's one thing, but like the door open and close is a whole different story. Like
Yeah, I would close the door.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Alright.
about
I'm
that.
still closing
What
the door.
about pooping in public?
I pooped in the woods
Yeah.
last week. Like, what do you mean?
How did you wipe?
This is
Oh, do you want to
So
know
we
what
were-
I
I do actually. I want to know how you wipe.
So we went on Joey.
I'm gonna throw up.
We went on our friend Joey's boat a couple weeks ago, and we all got coffee before. And I was like, I really shouldn't get coffee. Like, not a good idea. And then Blake.
I spit all over my phone.
No, I bought you.
And then then our friend
Not a good idea.
friend said he was gonna get a culotta. I'm like, oh, I can fuck with a culotta. Like that's not gonna make my stomach want to fucking throw up. So then we get on the boat, we're all good to go, and then we get to docking in the middle of the fucking water.
We were anchoring, yeah.
We were anchoring, thank you, Paige. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants. So I got off the boat. I swam to the mansion boat next to us. That's probably $4 million fucking
I
dollars.
shit in the middle of the lake.
No, I no. I asked.
It's better.
I asked the mansion boat if he had some napkins I could borrow.
Wait, so you were on the boat?
No, I was in the water with a noodle.
You should have just asked if he had a toilet you could have used.
I should have, but it was so nice if they didn't want me on their boat. I was shitting.
How bad did you have to shit?
Bad.
I had
Bad.
it.
She was squeezing.
I
It's
get
better than corn?
I get the toilet paper from the mansion boat, and I go to walk into the woods by myself. I slip on the rock that is going into the woods, so my toilet paper gets wet. So I'm like, oh, now I have a wet wipe. I'm ready to go.
It's like a dude wipe.
I got a wet wipe now. So then I go into the woods, and these people on their hike pass me. I go, hey, how's it going?
I'm just
Like,
shitting. Relax.
Have fun on your hike, people. And then I get in a fucking little corner in the woods, and I shit in the woods and wipe my butt with my new wet wipes. And I was ready to go.
You
You
can
feel
actually-
10 pounds lighter.
I was
She's like,
ready
"Let's
to party. Chase, do you feel like there's an etiquette for females pooping while you're dating?
What do you mean by etiquette? Etiquette's a big word.
What do you mean?
I'm not good at big words. Etiquette, don't know.
Less than
Explain.
five.
Like,
Like manners.
should I close the door when I'm pooping in front of my boyfriend?
Yes.
Wrong.
The answer is yes.
Wrong.
I feel like it depends on the
We
relationship.
can do whatever the fuck we want.
Sure, you might be able to do whatever you want, but like,
God.
Kayla, if you were shitting while the door's open, I would politely close the door.
And I'd tell you to fuck off.
That's fine. You can tell me to fuck off all you want. At least I don't have to watch you poop.
I feel like I could do this all night.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember,
I
Michaela
love
didn't
it.
want to talk.
I love
She's
it.
like, I'm gonna rip ass.
I talk about.
Yeah, Michaela's like, I don't want to talk.
I did it for the views.
And now she's like,
No.
I rip ass.
Actually, I do have questions. So should I ask?
Yeah, so let's, yes.
Give me.
All right,
Give us.
hold on. So, if a girl fucks a bunch of guys, she's a whore. A guy fucks a bunch of girls, he's the man. I want to know some thoughts. The mic is yours.
That is such a fucked up
It's
way.
fucked up. It is. I do
Why
agree.
do you think that?
I'm on your side. I'm
no,
on
you're
your
not.
side.
You
No,
He is.
no, I'm on your side.
Alright.
I am on your side. Literally. Because if a guy literally fucks a bunch of girls, it's great, but like, why can't a girl fuck a bunch of guys?
She
I mean,
can.
She can, you're right. But if she does, everyone's like, oh, she's such a whore. I disagree. No, it's the same thing back and forth.
I mean, like, girls can fuck whoever they want to fuck. Like, who cares
I 100%
what the
agree.
guy does?
I
Like,
agree.
If you want to bang, you bang. Guys don't just get to
One thing
bang.
I'm going to say, if you're a girl, it is way easier to get laid
Oh my
than if you're a
God.
guy. Don't disagree with that. You can't. You can't.
I strongly disagree with that.
I think it's really false.
Anybody that we want.
No, okay.
I agree with Chase.
Sure. It might probably not be anybody you want. All I know is if
Okay, so if you're an attractive guy, you can sleep with anyone you want.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. But it's a hell of a lot easier for girls than it is for guys.
I think the girls should ask Chase one question.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Oh, I got one. What is the biggest turn off
For girls.
for for a girl?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Yeah, but it's a good one, right?
It's a good one.
Okay, so you're on your first date. Number one turn off. I know it's hard for you. Number one turn off, and then the number one like turn on that keeps you attracted to that girl.
All right, a two-parted question. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, what makes you never want to call her?
I
again?
know what's your biggest turn on.
What?
I'm ready for you to say this because I will confirm
What,
or
Kayla?
deny.
Personality?
Yes. It's a girl that can be herself no matter what.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest turn on, girl or guy.
I think
I'm in.
I think
I'm
Chase's
in.
biggest turn on is when the girl shows up to a party with a 30 rack of Natty Light.
No.
Oh, shit, now we're talking.
I mean, I know that.
Now we're talking.
I know
Oh.
that's great, but it's like what Kayla said.
Well, it's
like,
not terrible.
I
That's
know.
fantastic. I want to put this illusion right here. So, say we're all talking here on the podcast, and someone walks into that garage with a 30 rack.
Of
I
Natty
fell in love.
Light.
I fell in
Time
love.
out. Yeah.
Natty Light. Natty Light. I
Chase-
fell in love.
The girl that you like, you love her personality.
Nice to meet you, Kayla. I'm Chase.
I know. Okay, so I'm in a room and a girl with a 30 rack of Natty Light. Who do
Are
you
you,
choose?
are you sure?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
hold on.
Kayla wants to ride on the Sugar Express.
It'll be literally 10 seconds. It'll be the best ride of your life.
It's like more about personality.
All right, so what was
than
your
it is
question? Say it
anything.
again.
Biggest
Like me.
turn. You love me. My personality. You love my personality.
Yeah.
You do.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, no, she's right. It's fine.
Or like a random girl with a 30 rack.
Yeah.
Kayla
You would
wins.
pick me.
Kayla,
Yeah.
of
Chase,
course.
do you love
Yes.
her?
Yeah, but if,
Absolutely.
But we're saying, Chase,
Would you propose?
what is it about a girl if you met her on a first date and you were like, oh, I would never.
First date's
call...
a lot different
Stop.
than knowing them for a long
Stop.
time.
No.
If you
Yeah.
were like, I would never call her again. Like, what would she do that you were like, oh, I would never call her again?
I know. I actually
so
have a serious
curious.
answer to this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we could all do guys
No,
too. We could do
my
guys.
Yeah.
biggest thing, and it's my biggest struggle since like moving back home, is I have yet to find a guy that has any kind of ambition. And if
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere,
Facts.
I will not.
Bitches
I will.
better
I
have
will. I will not
goals.
reply. That is so serious, but you.
I
I
agree
will
with
ghost
that.
you instantly.
I agree with that, Paige.
Cockiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
agree
like
with that.
cockiness.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think you're better than anybody.
Yeah, 'cause you're
I
not.
want you to
Yeah.
just be straight
Yeah.
up, funny, real. Chase, can we talk about Platt Street for a moment?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, well, all
I
right.
have
Send
to
it. Send it.
say
I'm in.
this.
I'm in.
So
We're-
Chase
great.
used to live in a house and we called it Platt Street.
Yeah.
It was the ultimate party house.
It
for us.
was.
All I have as
Chase.
my most potent memory from that house is scooping an entire handful of dip out of Joey Stewart's mouth.
I will never forget that. He fell and face planted.
I've seen
Titty
I'm
cups.
bored of
Titty
that.
cups. First of all, titty
Dip
cups.
out.
Oh my god.
Titty
we haven't
cups
done
was
that
a real thing.
Listen, never forget.
Best
Name it-
game. Bring it back.
I mean, the
What?
Jungle Juice Day was also not our finest moment.
Then we
Platt
just go
Street
Taco
was
Bell.
so
Taco Bell.
I
Betty.
loved Flash Street.
Platt Street was so. It was our
Fun.
thing. It
It
was
was-
so fun. We, I honestly used to get pissed when other people showed up because it was like our,
It was our
group's
spot.
thing. Like, I love other people, but
We used to be very
we were
territorial.
I
very
don't.
territorial.
I still am.
Chase lived there, and we'd be like, "That's our house.
Yep.
Why are
No,
they here?"
no.
I mean,
Chase
I
is not their
drive
friend.
by
No,
Platt
for
Street
real.
now, and I kind of cry a little bit every time I go by.
I need another drink too. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Natty fucking light.
Chase, did you know I've never had a natty seltzer?
They
You're
are so
lying.
okay. So shout out, right?
Who?
I love me.
I love Natty Light. You do too.
Okay.
I love
Yeah, she does.
natural light beer. I love natural light seltzer, natty light. I even drink fucking natty daddies.
So
in
good.
college, you used to get a natty dad, one tall boy natty daddy for $2. Fucked me right up.
Yeah, so good.
So
Really?
I love.
I love
I
Natty
got
Daddies.
a 30
Natty
rack of
Daddies?
Bush.
Okay.
Oh.
My boyfriend also loves natural light, but my dad, he
It's on my phone.
He
sorry.
judges
Okay.
me for natural light. Mind
Someone just have a good
you,
time.
he used to drink fucking Coors Light. What? So
My mind is blown.
my dad hates natural light.
Yeah,
My
what
brother-in-law Chris hates natural light.
I think
But
it's spam
They
text.
Chris
I've never
will
got that
drink
before.
those seltzers all night. He loves the seltzers.
No way.
Loves the seltzers, but he hates nat. They hate natty light. I love it.
I'm drunk.
Okay. Okay, no, I'm sorry. What's the next question?
Scooby-Doo, I
Get me.
love you.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Oh, good job.
How many times have you been in love?
All right, everybody should answer this question.
I will.
All right, you guys, you and Paige,
I
hit the
genuinely
floor.
think 3.
How many times have you been in love?
2.
1.
Yeah. No, very confident.
I think 2. Like, I loved someone serious before my boyfriend, then I love my boyfriend more than life. Like, I'd say 2 serious people that I've loved. That's it.
I think that love is like, there's different levels of love. Like,
Definitely.
the love that I'm in right now is like my forever love. You know what I mean? But, like,
100%.
before that, like, was I dating people who
I
I
agree.
loved
I
or was
agree.
I
Yeah.
in love with at the time? Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, based on my life events, there's 3, but, like, it's different. Each person is a different, like, love.
So, like,
You go first.
I 100% agree with that, but, like, then I had my boyfriend that actually cared, and I'm like, oh, I love him. Like,
Yeah.
Do you actually
more than
love him?
Yeah.
More than fucking anything.
See, I feel like it's like there's people in my past, I'm like, and I thought I loved them then, but like, generally 2 people that I look
I
at
didn't
now,
love
and I'm
them
like,
then,
shit,
but I
like,
love
still
them
think-
now.
No, I'm still like, whatever. But like, you look back at your past, and I said I love you, but like,
So, like, I don't know, like I was saying, like, the 2 that I loved previously were in high school, and at the time, yeah, I loved them, and I still, like, you know what I mean? You still care about
100%,
them, and,
yeah.
like, you think it's love.
100%.
Yeah.
But it's different when you're a grown up.
100%.
I never had to live with those people.
No.
I never, like, had to do grown up things with them. We
No.
never had to do anything financial. Like,
No.
it's a whole type of different love, and, like, you will find, like, when you find the forever one, it's
I don't
it's
consider
it,
it my high
you know what I
school
mean?
love,
Like,
though.
No, the second you're doing, like, grown-up things and, like, it's so different when you're with someone, like, and cohabitating with that person. Like, you love that person differently, but it's an awesome love. Like, nothing's wrong with that, but it's different.
Kayla? I think I've only been in love once. And it was the most toxic relationship of my life. And I wish, no, I'm grateful for that because, like, I learned so much from it.
Yeah.
But it was so toxic and I needed to get out of it. And the only way to get out of it was, like, through, like, the horrible
Yeah.
ending. And, like, for me, I needed that because I'm not the person to leave something so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I did leave a relationship, like, on my own terms, and, like, that was really hard for me. And, like, it wasn't that I wasn't in love, but I loved him, like, as
You
a
loved
person.
the idea of him.
No. I just
I'm
loved
going
him
to
as a
bed.
person.
Good turn.
Like, more of in a platonic way.
Yeah,
As
I
a,
get that.
you loved him as a friend.
Yes. Like you're 25 years old, and it's like, if you don't see, like, your significant other as, like, a husband or a father, like, you need to get the fuck out of
Yeah.
that.
100%.
And,
Kayla.
yeah.
I just want you all to know that Chase's glasses are crooked, his hat's off, his hair is frazzled.
I just want you to know, Chase. is
My
very
hair doesn't mean
handsome.
shit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I want everybody to answer how fucked up they are.
I
One.
think go.
I'm really not that drunk.
Me either.
Chase, you
No,
can
I
rate
gave her
yourself
four.
whatever
Yeah.
you want,
I'm
but I
less
think you're a
drunk now
10
than
out
I
of
was
10.
like last.
So yeah, it is now Sunday night, and I'm sitting here with Kayla, trying to put the pieces together of that night, because I was definitely probably a 12 out of 10. Michaela said I was a 10 out of 10. No, definitely a 12. To be honest with you, we had about a 2-hour recording there, and I'm gonna have to trim that total conversation down to about 20 minutes because it was
Got
wrong.
ratchet.
Yes, it was ratchet, and I don't remember after 30 minutes into that podcast. I don't remember who I was or what I was saying, and that night actually took a little turn for the worst. And once we hit the stop button, from there I'm gonna let Kayla tell that story. So, Kayla, take it from there.
Okay, so Chase and I were standing over by the computer, and then all of a sudden he decides to get up. So he starts walking to the outside the garage, because that's where Lauren and Michaela and Paige were, I believe. And he bumps into the trash can and falls flat on his face. And like
Shattered my glasses.
Yeah, the girls like ran over to him. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just joking." So we all thought it was a joke at first, and then he goes to get up, takes like one step and falls again, flat on his face. At this point, we're like, "Oh shoot!"
Pouring blood.
Yeah, he has a cut on his eyebrow, Michaela's a nurse, so she's like, we need to get him in bed. So they carry him up to his room, throw him in the bed. Someone finds Band-Aids. I don't know who found him. They're putting like a ton of they're pulling out a bunch of Band-Aids because I don't know, they just can't get a Band-Aid.
Band-Aid wrappers all over my room. They're still there.
They can't get a Band-Aid on his head. So then at this point, they're just like literally like holding him down like a psych patient. And
I don't remember any of this. This is just what I've been told.
yeah. And then, I don't know, I pieced after that. I was like, yeah, I can't be here anymore.
Yeah, mind you, I had to work at 8 in the morning the next morning. So I wake up to Paige knocking on my door because her mom dropped her off. She had to get her car or whatever. And I shit you not, I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh, the podcast is over. I couldn't believe it. I was in a state of shock. And then I was talking to Paige and Luke, my roommate, and they're telling me about the cut on my eye and everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I go to the mirror, I see big gash on my eye, the Band-Aid's like half hanging off. I got a Band-Aid on my arm. I cut my hand. Moral of the story here is I couldn't keep up with the girls. I could not keep up with the girls' room. I have not been that drunk in a very, very long time. This episode morphed me into a completely different human being. I can't believe it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We had a good time.
Yeah, I think I had a good time.
So here we are. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Garage Boozing Podcast. I'm your host, the man without a plan, the face that runs the place, Chase with the face for radio, or podcast, whatever you want to call it. And I appreciate you all tuning in. So do me a favor and don't forget to follow the Garage Boozing Podcast on all of your favorite podcast platforms at Garage Boozing. And if you're a real homie, since you're here in the beginning, you're listening to this right now, do you realize if you buy some OG merch, that means original, OG means original, buy some OG merch, the first designs that are out, www.garageboozing.net/shop. When this shit really blows up, you're there. In the beginning, you're an OG. It will be worth money one day. You're welcome. You can thank me later. But also, do not forget to follow at Garage Boozing on all of your favorite social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I think that's all we have right now. But you get the point. Oh, and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/GarageBoozing. And if you ever have questions for myself or future guests, drop a comment. So I guess now it's time to say goodbye. And, well, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Woo! You bet your ass I finished my beer.